Hey, hey, welcome. Mr. Frederick coming right back at you. All right, family, get this one on. Hope everyone's doing good out there today. Um, it's been a wonderful week. It's been a very blessed week, day. But, in those blessings, always remember that you must be at peace, take your time, stay positive, be forward thinking, but in the moment, and be balanced. So it's like, no matter what, always keep the even keel, family. Always keep your even keel. Always understand that there's a certain amount of toughness, resilience that'll always be required. But at the same time, it's a certain amount of relaxation and flow and going with the moment and just appreciating life and smelling the flowers. They're all going on at the same time. And a lot of times we get in the habit of going high, going low, and when something hit us, we have to muster up this extra energy as opposed to understanding that is what life is. Life is joy, life is sadness, life is energy, life is relaxation. It's all of that at one time. All going on at the same time. And so the only real determining factor that changes everything, which is all going on at the same time, call it quantum physics or whatever, is you. Only thing that's changing everything is you and your mindset, your belief, your goals, your disposition. You are the only thing that is different than all of those emotions going on, all of those thoughts, all of those possibilities, is you. So being as though that you are the only factor, you are what you would call in experiments, you're the variable. Where is your mindset? Where is your heart at? Where is your intentions at? You are the variable. So you being the variable, that's what you have to constantly keep watch of. People are going to do things. Life is going to do things. The weather is going to do things. Nature is going to do things. But what are you doing? What is your mindset? Where is your heart at? What are your intentions? What's your mind thinking of going? You're going to have people that don't like you. No reason. You didn't do anything to them. They just don't like somebody that looks like you. Who knows? Who cares? You're going to have people that try to get over. You're going to have situations that are delayed. You're going to have all of these things going on at all times. But where are you? Where's your mind? Where's your mind? That's all you got to always constantly keep a check on, keep track of. Where's my mind? Where's my mind at? Where's my heart at? Because the moment you are off with that, that is when that becomes your reality. I don't care what you're going through. If you are in alignment with what's going on, you're under the control of everything that happens. But when you're in alignment with the Most High and your belief because of the Most High, now you are, in a way, dictating the response. You're dictating the reaction. You're dictating the belief of what's going on, the interpretation of what's going on around you. So that's all you have to concentrate on at all times, family. It's a little wisdom I'm giving you here. But I don't have it to just keep it for me. I don't have it to just covet, because thou shalt not covet. So when God gives you gifts, you share them. Now, of course, you don't be silly and just, share them with individuals that are enemies, they want to go whatever. But even if they do get your wisdom, it's fine. God will work it out for you. But they mean to harm you, God will make it for the good of you because he knew your intentions. But that is to say, you don't partner with them, you don't walk with them, you leave them alone. But you still do what you're here to do. Maybe they can grow from what you're saying. Maybe they can, if they do take it in, they're just going to say they didn't get it from you. They're going to lie, and because that's what they are. So you don't worry about that. You just be you. But you get my point. So family, just in this moment in time, remember what I'm saying, because it's so easy to be swayed. It's so easy to be swayed. It's so easy to be swayed because, quite simply, what happens is the environment that we're in today. You cut on the news, you just go out to the store, you interact with your job, your school. The environment we're in today, family, ultimately, it'll have you all over the place. It'll have you won't know you're up from down. Because everyone else, you don't know how they're being affected by everything that's going on. But you do know that they're being affected. We're all affected. It's how we let it affect us. And it's if we let what's going on change everything, the trajectory of our mindset, our heart posture, or the other way around. And so you have to understand, everyone is not as conscious as you. Everyone doesn't have that consciousness that you have. And when you understand that, you understand a couple of things in that. You understand you have a responsibility to yourself first, and to be consistent with it. Because just like they have adapted the concept or the mindset to change with the wind, change with whatever goes on, and they might take it out on you and their past and everything else that's in their conscious and their unconscious that you're ultimately going to maybe see. Your response to that is what makes you special. That's what makes you something different. It's your response, family. And once you understand that, you're ascended to a next level. How they say when the video games, you have passed this stage. You're in stage, you're in chapter, and that's just how it works. That's just how it works, family. So take in everything I'm saying and enjoy the moment. Enjoy peace. Enjoy the fact that you have the ability to choose happiness, choose joy, choose laughter, choose restraint. Enjoy all of that. Because no, someone else out there is not doing it. You're going to have to be tough. Above all things, guard your heart. Years ago, my father told me something. He wasn't a religious man, pretty much, but per se. But he did have the concept of being tough. He understood that. And that's aligned with guard your heart. Because some of the toughest things that you're going to have to do, family, is guard your heart from people that you love, that maybe don't love you, and maybe don't respect you, and maybe they don't, whatever, acknowledge or whatever issues they have. Who knows? The combination comes to, all it matters is what they are to you. Like I always tell you guys, with the combination of everything, it comes up to they're not good for you. Forget why. Who cares about the whys? Like the guy said on TikTok, in prison, they don't go on to why he did this or why. No. When you go down to a basic level of survival, it's no why. Who cares why? this is what you're going to ask why somebody's coming at you with a baseball bat. No, they're coming at me with a baseball bat. I need to get that solved. So understand that being tough a lot of times is guarding that heart and understanding, that you can love, but love without expectations. Understand that don't project your abilities, your mindset, your whatever you have onto someone else. Just like I was talking about before. Understand that that's some of the toughest things that you are going to have to do in life. And you have to do it because you ultimately are here by God, not by them. Sometimes, you don't know all the time. You don't know who the devil or the adversary can get into. Actually, it says they'll use your enemies. Your enemies will be in your household. They'll use the people that you trust, the people that you love, the people that you, confide in. They'll use those people to betray you, to hurt you, to try to, especially when you're doing the work of the Most High, the Lord. They'll use your heart against you because that's how the enemy works. Very tricky. If he know you don't care about someone, if he know you understand the significance of someone, and they really have no significance to you, he can't use them. So he uses people that are weak, people that aren't prayed up, people that are non-believers, people that are phony Christians, phony believers, people that are double-minded. He uses those people to come against you because those people, they don't understand that it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they fake. Fake is not real. They don't get that. If you really don't have it in your heart, it doesn't register with the Lord. It's phony. And God knows your heart. So he knows when you're being phony. He knows a lie. You can lie all you want, but God knows the truth. He knows what you've done to that person. He knows. He's seen it all. He's omnipresent, ubiquitous. God is everywhere. So you can't hide. You can't run from the Lord. So when you try to do whatever and feel whatever and say, no, I ain't do that, and you think that you're performing for people using your persona, wearing your mask all the time, you don't understand God sees right through that. And God's chosen, elected, selected few, they see through it too. Because they have what God had. God gave them a little taste, He gave them a little bit of that juice where they understand what you about. So, they're saying you can fool some of the people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. That is true, family. That's why you have to be tough, because even though you mean well and your intentions are great in this world, and you're going about, these are going to be the challenges that you're going to face. You mean well. That other person, you don't know what's going on. They could be blaming you for something you have nothing to do with. They could just have chosen you to be a fall guy in their mind because you can do the least for them. You are the most less dangerous to betray. You, in their mind, they're looking, you have the least things that they could use. You don't know what these low vibrational individuals are walking around with and why they come to their conclusions about you. But understand it's of the devil and it's not good. If you of God, who can be against you? Whoever comes against you, could be 1 million people, it could be 10,000. You always going to come out on top. And you got to understand that those individuals that don't see you, and if you of God, where do you think they coming from? Don't ever doubt that. Always know, guard your heart and know where you're coming from, and you'll know where they're coming from. And you don't have to say anything to them, but understand that you got to stay tough. But that's what my father used to always say. He'd say, hey son, you ain't gonna make it in this world if you don't toughen up. And that's why I tell you guys, toughen up. Understand everyone doesn't have what you have. And that's not for you to placate them. That's not for you to denigrate them. But that is for you to recognize it, see it, and understand where it is and where it's coming from, and resist it. And it'll flee. It will not affect you. And that's why I said in the beginning of this video, it's very important that you understand that your environment, the people around you, cannot infiltrate and change you. You have to have that faith. You have to have a higher calling, a higher belief, so that does not happen. Because then you will have the wisdom to understand what's happening to you, or around you rather, and you have the barrier of how it affects you and what it really has to do with you, which is nothing. You can capture a man's body, but you can never capture his mind unless he allows you. So those individuals out there that you wonder, why do they hate so much? Why? Where's the hate coming from? You have everything, and I don't have anything. You have power, you have this, and I have... What is the hate coming from? You can capture his body, but you can never capture his mind unless he gives it to you. That's where the hate comes from. Those individuals know that. Those individuals know that no matter how many advantages they might have over you, no matter how much dominance they might have, they don't have your mind. They don't have your heart. Guard your heart above all things. They don't have God. And that's why. That's why, because this world is one dimension and God is another. So when you see someone that has that against you, that is why. They know that God is the light, God is the truth. So if they're out there of all lies, their master is leading them to have this hate towards you and try to terrorize or destroy you. They understand where they're sent from. They understand that that is going to wither away and not be here anymore. They understand all of this, that their residency is not permanent, it's temporary. They understand, they overstand this more than you do. So that's why the whole goal is to get you to respond, get you to react, get you to trick you out your spot, trick your mind, trick your heart while they can, because they know the time is limited. But in the meantime, you're going to have people like me giving you the real and sharing. And that's why when you know, and you don't mind sharing those jewels. You don't mind giving those tools. Okay? And you're not worried about the rest because you are playing your part. You are in alignment with your purpose. And that, they can never stop. Love what you do, family, and do what you love. Peace.